Okay, it's 11 o'clock at night, the kids are in bed, and I decided I'm going to tackle this exhaust system. As you can see, I have the actual exhaust. I got this mid pipe to fit. I have two gaskets, so they'll fit in here. I'll just show you. Oh, thereabouts. They actually do fit my other pipe. I have another one of these. The only issue, and I have a hanger obviously for the exhaust as well. There you go. And I have a whole heap of clamps there. Hoping I don't have to do too much welding on this, except for the collector. Now the collector is a problem. I didn't notice when I bought it. As you can see, they're not perfectly parallel. They actually go out like that. And the header pipes that come down are perfectly parallel. So while the inside diameter of this fits the header pipe perfectly, I obviously can't force it down because of the angle. So I can either adjust the header pipe, do a little kink in it, which I don't want to do, or I can try and adjust this. So I think I'm going to adjust this. Now this is my own fault. As you can see, I wasn't paying too much attention, but because I've bought all this other stuff, I'm kind of stuck. So I'm going to tackle this now. What I have done, this wasn't due to some great plan of mine, but it was an accident more. I bought two of them. As you can see, I've already started adjusting it, and they're obviously handmade, so the angle, the little kink is a little bit different on both. But my plan is to take some material off from the middle here, get them, force them back in a bit, and then weld them back again. So that's the plan. Like I said, it's my own fault, but it was very difficult to find a collector that I could match everything up with this exhaust, and I really wanted this exhaust. Now I mightn't actually need the mid pipe because the exhaust comes up quite quickly. So there isn't much length. So what I may have to do is I may just have to adjust this, cut this at some point, and weld it. I'm hoping not to have too much welds, or too many joints and stuff like that. So look, I'll cut this. I'll try and weld it. If that goes wrong, plan B. But hopefully we don't have to go to plan B. So let's tackle this first. I got fed up of cutting it by hand. There's going to be a few mil difference, just taking account. I just want to check how close. As you can see, there are my two gaskets on. And I just want to see how close those two pipes have to be beside each other. So we're talking 113.5 mil is the two external. So the thickness of the two pipes. So about 113.7, 0.8, that kind of thing. Okay, so I've removed about 4 mil material. I'll just put a cable tie over it just to show you. It is coming together, and it's coming much closer, and it's nicer. So just to show you side by side, it has moved a good bit. So it's on the right way. It's nearly there. It's not too far from it. Now I know what you're thinking. There must be an easier way to do this. Well, it would be to buy the right collector, but anyway, we're in a lockdown, and this isn't an option. I bought this already, so I'm going to adjust it to make it fit. But as you can see, it is getting much closer. Now I may have to cut one of these pipes a little bit kind of straight once I straighten this out. Just because the two of them don't meet exactly in the same spot, so there's a little bit of an adjustment still to be made. But yeah, it's coming closer. I'll take off a little bit more, and I mean another 2 mil at most, and and then I'll tack it all back together. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I did say it was 10 o'clock, the kids were in bed. It took me an hour and 15 minutes to do this, so that's actually quite a long time, but as you can see it's gone in quite a bit. Massive difference. Maybe this way. As you can see, big difference. And there, I know the camera angle is a bit funny, but they're actually perfectly parallel, these two tubes. It's quite hard to see here. I can see it here on the screen. It looks like it's not, but it is. It's perfectly fine. So I'm gonna bring them in a little. Oh, no more than that. Maybe there. I don't want to distort the tube. But yeah, that's good enough. So let me get the welder and weld that up. Okay, so I welded it. I'm just going to chop it a little bit back. I'm not exactly sure where yet, but I just want to make this shorter. I don't need this piece of it, so I'm just going to chop this off. And I might have to go a little bit shorter again in a minute, but I'll just do this first. Perfect. So here's my little collector now. Okay. Let's put it on the bike and see what I can make of it. Okay, so as you can see, the collector here, that's still too long, so I'm going to shorten that ever so slightly. Then my mid pipe is also too long, so I'm going to shorten that. And because I have an angle here and an angle in that pipe, I'm able to actually adjust it and rotate it. So I can bring it in, bring it out, whichever. And I also have a mount, if I can locate it. I can't. Oh. I also have to take account of the mount as well, so something like that. Yeah. I want it lower anyway, so it'll be something along the lines of this. So that, by about that much here, and by about that much here, closer. Okay, I'll keep chopping. Okay, so I've chopped down the collector already. I'm just putting in these graphite inserts. The diameter of this pipe is supposed to be 48, and it's actually 46.98, and these are supposed to be 48, and they're 48.26. So there's a little so I had to grind them down a little bit, so they're not going in nicely. Okay. So like I said, the inner diameter is also inconsistent, so I'm just going to grind that down a little bit. That's what it looks like. So let me put that on the bike and line up the rest of the pipes. I go in a bit more. go in a bit now. Okay, so I finally managed to get that collector on, and here's the exhaust. As you can see, it's still held on by cable tie, but that's only because I don't have those two holes drilled. I'm going to drill them now in a few minutes and bolt that on. But that's basically what the exhaust will look like. I like it. It was cheap. It was about 100 quid all in. It's stainless steel, so there should be no issues. There was a lot of adjustment to the collector. I would have chosen the collector differently if I was to do it again. That one off the Scrambler, the Ducati Scrambler, it isn't a good fit. The one as you can see, I had to do a lot of adjustment. But those two pipes, on the brass, they come in exactly parallel to each other. These kind of kink off in a V rather than a U. So yeah, so I would get a different collector next time if I was doing this again. But yeah, that's my exhaust. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.